Okay, guys, so this is going to be like a tutorial slash long play of how to beat all the trainers in the Z test. So, the first three are kind of like just tutorial. You should be able to beat them without any issues. Um, I do recommend a couple Pokemon. So, you want a Lightning Pokemon. I brought two for the final trainers that he has two Pokemon. So you want at least two lightning and you want something that can damage rock, like grass type moves. So if you chose the grass starter, you're good. If you didn't, you want Flabebe from the rooftop. So here is the first trainer. I am fighting them a little slow because I want to be able to explain to you, you know, how we got here. So when you defeat these trainers, which I should be able to beat, you know, her Bellsprout with Flabebe. But once you beat these trainers, you'll get two different things. Um, I had to switch. So you'll get tickets and you'll get medals. The points themselves, once you get to 1,000, even if you lose, you don't lose points. If you lose with the medals, you lose medals. Um, and that reduces the reward you get for beating the rank test. So you can come back here after every fight and heal your Pokemon. Right now, I have 40 medals. So that's 400 um, Zenny. You'll get 400 Zenny. So at the very beginning game, you don't get have a lot of money. If you pick up everything, you get pretty feathers or pearls or um, just tiny mushrooms, and they all sell. So if you're trying to get clothes or hairstyles or whatever you're trying, Pokeballs, you need money. So beating every single one of these trainers is going to help you get more money easier. So this is part of the tutorial. It teaches you how to sneak attack other Pokemon's trainers. Um, I didn't do a lot of damage because I'm using my Weedle just so I could kind of talk to you guys about, you know, why, I guess I already said it, why we're doing what we're doing. So, I've been walking around and picking up items, and the items that I've been picking up are like small and extra small experience items. So, that matters a little bit, and we'll go over why I'm using Flabebe. She has Fairy Wind. So Flabebe can be an alternate to, the grass starter Pokemon. And you get it super early and it has almost the same skills at the very beginning. They both have three evolutions. So they can replace them, you know. So if you don't get the grass starter, this is a good replacement. There's no water replacement until I'm trying to think. I want to say nighttime until you unlock day night rotations, and there is no fire replacement until right after this. So, right after this, you go around with your Copart and you can do the fire, but the fire doesn't matter for this match. The fire is probably the worst starter for this match. So, but the fire can it can burn vines, which makes it easier to get a whole level worth of experience before you come in here, because there's two or three vines and it levels it. So these first three trainers are the only ones that matter to finish the tutorial of how this battle works. But the reason you're watching this video is not for this third trainer, but the fourth trainer. This guy right here, he tells you sometimes there's strong trainers in here, and if you get beat, you lose coins, and if you lose coins, it lowers your reward. So I got a tiny mushroom. It's worth, I think, 50 zenny or gold or however. It's not worth anything hardly. You have to collect a whole bunch of them. I I think it's worth I think it's worth 50. And the pretty feathers are worth 500. But he has a Weedle, and that's all he has, and it's a level 6, and we have a level 6. So we're going to do the exact same damage to each other, but it's my weakest Pokemon, and I was hoping to evolve it before I fought this next person, and I'll show you why. Um, he has Harden, Poison Sting, and String Shot. And with Harden, when he evolves, he takes a lot less damage. So on the next trainer's second Pokemon, it's really important. So we'll just skip through this because this fight goes on for a minute. I'm actually like doing one damage to him every single time before I switch to Flabebe. So now I have 130 coins. That's 1,300 zenny if I just went and beat it. Now, you don't get any gold coins, I think, for beating the head person, but you're going to watch the whole thing, so it doesn't matter. Um, you'll see. You'll see if I do. I don't think you do. I might be wrong. If you have a poisoned Pokemon, just switch them out. If you don't, they'll keep taking damage until they faint. Okay, so we'll just talk to her to get it started. And this is a good point to run around and collect the experience share items. You're not going to be able to gain any levels the traditional way. You can go in area 1 and grind out, but after about level 5 or 6, the experience is almost to nothing. So let's not do that. There's an easier, faster way to do this. And now that we've talked to her, we've unlocked a big part of the southern area that we can walk around. So we're just going to run around and collect all of the items on the ground. And you can keep doing this. I do have to warn you that Pokemon will stop listening to you at level 20, even if you caught them. Once they're level 20, they'll stop listening to you. So our goal is to get as close to level 20 without being level 20. So if we can get 15 to 18, that's good enough. So this jump puzzle, right now there's nothing on it. There will be later. Don't worry about it. but Pretty Feathers were 500, and I barely got this item, but that's what we're looking for. Potion. I'm really bad about using potions in battle. Like, I should be doing it more, but I don't. That's what we need. EXP candy. So that's what we're looking for. And one of those will level our Pokemon. The XS will give them some experience, but the smalls are what we're really looking for right here. So just run around, try to collect them. If you have to go into one to collect them, you can. But I think I have enough because I've been looking for them like behind the scenes. But you can go all the way into one to the outside of one and you can run around on the top of this. No, you can't. At nighttime, you can no longer climb the top of buildings for this particular area. So if you hadn't got Flabebe yet, you're not going to be able to get it. So get it before you do this part. So I got a couple smalls, and like I said, that's what we're looking for, right? Yeah, you can't go up. So the only thing that closes between day and night is the rooftops. And I think Pidgey was the strongest enemy, and he was on the rooftop, and he was like 5 or 6. So without Pidgey, don't grind your experience out. It's a waste of time. It's more useful to you to go collect items on the ground. So now that we got those items, we're going to go into our satchel and then go over to candy. And I have 2 extra smalls, and I'm going to give them to Pichu. So him and Mareep are both level 8. And now I'm going to use my EXP candy small. And 5 of them took it from 8 to 18. So Mareep is good. We do not need to level Mareep anymore. And it also says Mareep is ready to evolve. So this is important that we got one of these lightning Pokemons between 15 to 20. And you do not want to lose this battle the first time. It's not. You didn't have to involve them. I just was like, it's ready, so let my sheeple grow, you know. But the Thunder Shock is important. Thunder Wave is cool. Confuse is cool. Um, I don't. You don't need tackle for this fight, so I think I replaced Growl Confuse Ray, and that was not the right thing to do. You don't need tackle here. It probably would have been better for me if I would have used Thunder Wave. But we're gonna go back in. Um, I do recommend maybe getting your grass Pokemon stronger. I got lucky in this fight, you're going to see it. But like I said, if you lose the battle here, you won't lose the tickets, but you will lose your coins. And we're trying to get the coins. That's the whole reason to beat this dude. That's the only thing you really get. That and a little bit of experience. So I really didn't have to put points in the P2 like that, but It's always better to be prepared. You can um, sneak attack this trainer. I've never been able to do it, but like I've gotten really close, so I know you can do it. But here's the trainer, and she has Pidgeot. Oh, she has Pidgeotto, the fully formed one. I thought it was Pidgeot. But here we go. Here's our fight. She snuck attacked me. I don't know how, but highly effective. That's why we needed our lightning. And all we need is one more hit, and it's over. So there we go. Everybody got one or two levels, and Weedle can evolve. So at this point, you know, I confused it. I'm trying to get it to damage itself, and it's a rock type. I'm lightning. It's gonna probably one hit KO, Flaffy. I'm getting lucky. Yeah, I'm doing like no damage. I've done like 2 damage to the Onyx. But there it is. Knocked me out. I got Weedle. I like Weedle because I'm trying to poison it. If I can poison it, then I can pretty much just run around until it dies and drains itself out. But I have a Bunnelby, and the Bunnelby has Mud Shot and Rock Smash. So as you saw, it's weak versus the Rock Smash, but not the Mud Shot. I'm going to switch it out to the Grass type. You've got Fairy Wind, and then you got Vine Slash. It's weak towards the Vine Slash, so I was able to beat it with Flabebe. Now this is what you get when you beat it. So I got 73 medals. So now I got 2,030 Zenny. So you can beat this trainer, which is what the whole video is about. And now that we beat it, we can go and go to the Poke Center, get all of our Pokemon healed up, and then we will go and fight the rank leader to see the reward. I want to show you guys the reward, and then that'll be the end of this video. But that's how you beat it. And if you see when I'm running back, some of those items, like right here, have already respawned. So it is possible, you know, give it 5 minutes, come back, you know, pick up it could be different types of feathers, experience shares, or whatever, but you really want to experience smalls. But there we go. If you don't know if you can beat the trainer or not, save it. Because you can always do the soft reset, go to home and close the application. But there you go, there's more. And talk to this girl, of course. I have to pick up the odd items. It's me personally. I have to do it. If I see the items, it's been that way since, Sword and Shield. If I see the item, I have to go pick it up. Violet was the worst about it. Like, they had items everywhere, and it took me forever to do anything because I had to pick up all the items. I had to pick them up. I'm going to give some of my Pokemon berries. I probably should have done this, honestly, when I was fighting Pidgeotto and Onix. So, yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that. So, but at this point, I just realized that, again, that Weedle could evolve. I saw it when it happened, but then I forgot about it. So I'm going to evolve it. So there is Kakuna. You can catch a Kakuna. I don't know if it has poison shot or not. I think on the original Pokemon, if you caught it, it only had the skill Harden, and then to evolve it, it was really hard because you had to use a TM to give it a move, or you had to use. I don't think there was an experience share in the original Pokemon Red and Blue. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you had to do the TM and then grind it up the hard way to get, Beedrill. This dude's fight compared to the elite trainer is he would have got beat tonight no matter what. If we didn't beat him, that other guy would have beat him with the Pidgeotto. Especially since Pikachu is like a little rat type. I like Pikachu, don't get mad at me, but I think that he is weak versus flying, but he's strong versus. That doesn't sound right. I think, yeah, I think he's weak to flying, but flying's weak to lightning. I don't know. Anyways, the Pidgeotto was like level 20, so it's gonna beat him. So he did not learn Harden automatically. So switched out. We're gonna use Pichu, stunning, increase, the damage we can do to him, give him a quick attack. I know that he has a Pikachu, and I thought that he was going to throw it out, but he threw out Pidgey. And we know we can beat Pidgey because we beat Pidgeotto. I thought it was a Pidgeot. Sorry guys, it's late, but we got Vine Whip. I'm going to smack him around a little bit. Safeguard, tackles, some more vines, and then Pikachu is done. So he's surprised we beat him. I'm not surprised, but he did not give us any coins. I didn't think that he did. He ranks up, he gives us a little bit of money, all the trainers do when you beat him. But he also did not give us coins. So he got promoted, and this person is, talks to us because every NPC has to erupt every part of the game. But it's cool. I like this game. He gave us like what, 73 coins? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So the fourth trainer gave 73 coins, which is 730 zenny. I think it's zenny, but it's a 10 to 1 ratio, and we have 203. Right. So exactly. And the more trainers that you beat, there's a modifier. I don't know how to get it to the higher modifier. Blah. Higher modifier. But once you do, you can get, multipliers, and multipliers would raise that up even higher. But that's how you beat the elite. So we got through it. We beat the Pidgeotto. Thank you guys for watching the video. I don't want to spoil too much of it, so we'll go ahead and go. And I hope that you guys had a wonderful day. And thank you for watching the video.